Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nittai Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautiful.
So beautiful, so divine.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Your voice is, Masaji, is something else. I listen to it and it takes me to another place altogether. Yes, your voice is so melodious, so divine. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Please keep blessing me. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. It was so beautiful. It was just like from the heart.
Thank you,
It
Mataji.
touched, yes. It was coming from above.
Oh, Mataji, please. Yeah.
No,
Yes.
honestly.
All your blessings, Mataji. And Krishna's mercy, Prabhupada's mercy. Hare Krishna.
Okay. David Mataji, would you like to do the Mangalachan prayers and then go into the topic, Mataji?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। हरे कृष्णा।
Very beautiful, Mataji. Okay, nice recitations. Thank you.
So today I'm going to conclude on Dhruva Maharaj's pastimes. As we know, we've been doing like a trilogy. So I thought today I'll combine 2 chapters. Though having gone through the chapters, I thought that, oh my God, there's so much there that, I think Prabhuji, even if you gave a lesson, that would really help one day. But all the teachings of Swayambhuva Manu. So, but I thought I'll do for today. I'll combine and I'll conclude. But I definitely need all your blessings for today. And thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me the opportunity. So I just need everyone's blessings. Thank you. I'll try and share. So I've not had time to perfect the presentation at all. I've just focused on the content today. So please forgive me there as well, because I might have made many mistakes and I've not made it professional. But I've just focused on the content. So as we recall Dhruva Maharaj's pastime, such a beautiful pastime that we can learn so many things from each and every chapters that has been written in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4. So starting from chapter 8 in Canto 4, where how he he wanted to sit on his father's lap, King Utanpad, how he wasn't allowed to sit. That made him angry. He then cries, goes to his mom. His mom advises him to go to the forest, but even his mom, Suruchi, didn't allow him to sit on the lap of the dad. So all that, how he then goes to the forest. He takes some advice from Narad Muni on the way. He takes advice from his mom, how he goes to the forest. Then he does severe penances there. The Lord comes to him in chapter 9. The Lord got happy and he gives him a darshan and a benediction, a boon that Dhruva Maharaj desired. So all that was covered in chapter 8 and 9. And then Dhruva Maharaj then comes back home. So I've just done a slight recap as usual, just some few questions, just to bring people just back to where we were in the previous chapters. So can anyone tell me who is Swayambhuva Manu referred here as, or anything about Swayambhuva Manu, please?
He is the grandfather of Dhruva Maharaj.
Yes, he's the grandfather of Dhruva Maharaj. Thank you so much. And the reason, obviously, this question is there is because he has a big role to play in this particular chapter. So that's why I thought we need to go back to Swayambhuva Manu. And also after today as well, after reading it again, I've read it before, but when you're asked to do something, you reread things again. And I realized why he's one of the Mahajans after this. So yeah, thank you so much, Prabhuji. So why is Dhruva Maharaj considered as one of the greatest devotees of the Lord?
Hare Krishna Mataji, because at age of 5, he left the home and he went to the forest and he followed the instructions of Narada Muni and did so much austerities and meditated upon the Lord and got the darshan of Lord and blessings from the Lord.
So nice. Thank you. Yes. And he did that with his, one fixed determination. We call it, is it Vyavasti buddhi, Vyavasatmika buddhi, something like that. I think it's covered in Bhagavad Gita 2.44, where it's one-pointed determination, and that's what Dhruva Maharaj had. Give some examples of the instructions that Narad Muni gives Dhruva Maharaj when he's about to go to the forest, because Narad Muni realized that Dhruva Maharaj is not going to be swayed at all. He's very determined to go to the forest to do his penances. So what advice at that time does Narad Muni give him? What should Dhruva Maharaj do in order to please the Lord? What instructions did Narad Muni give?
First, Narad Muni said like to go back home to the palace because he was too young to go to the forest. But Dhruva Maharaj was very determined, and he still wanted to go, and he didn't want to go back to the palace to the parents because of the insult what he felt was done by his stepmom. So Narada Muni gives him that how to do the how in the jungle to do the austerities, and how to meditate upon God by doing through austerities. So that's all I know,
Yes.
Mataji.
Yeah. So it was those specific things that Narad Muni instructed. That's what I was after. So what Narad Muni says is you need to go to the banks of river Yamuna. There is in Madhuvan forest, and by the river of Kalindi river, you take your bath 3 times a day, and you perform all these austerities. You have to chant on the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. You also make a little deity and pray to that deity. So whatever you can find in the forest, make a deity out of that, and then offer anything that you can, like we say, patram pushpam phalam toyam. So whatever you can find in the forest, offer it to the Lord, and fix your mind and meditate. So those kind of instructions he gave. So yeah, thank you, Mataji. Any examples of the austerities he performed? What sort of austerities did Dhruva Maharaj perform? So if you can remember, the first month he stopped eating so many things. He was eating just the fruits. And then the second month he came on the leaves and grass, those kind of things. Third month he came on just water, and the fourth month he just stopped all those and he just breathed air only. Then fifth month he got even more deeper. So he was asked to do the Ashtanga Yoga by Narad Muni, the 8 processes of yoga, and one of them was also controlling the breathing. And he did it in such a way that, his toe was forcing down on the earth, and it was choking up all the whole world of the oxygen. So all the devatas, all the demigods went to the Lord and prayed to him that, Dhruva Maharaj's penances are getting so severe. Please help us, because even we are all choking. So then that is the point when the Lord decides to come to see what his devotee was doing. So those are the austerities. And after seeing the Lord, why was Dhruva Maharaj repentant?
Dhruv Maharaj wanted to get to be like get the kingdom and to be, but after seeing the Lord, he understood that he was just looking for the pieces of broken glass. But he found the diamond itself. Now he doesn't want to go. I mean, he doesn't want to rule the land or anything. But he want to serve the Lord. So that's what he understood through meditation, and the moment he saw the Lord in front of him.
So true. So nice. Thank you, Mataji. Absolutely perfect. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. What were the desires of Dhruva Maharaj that the Lord fulfilled? So these were the desires before he did his penances. But because those were his desires, the Lord fulfills them. So what were his desires? Or what was the main desire?
So to rule the country and to be the king of the country, and to get, obviously, to get the love of his father as well, because he was kind of, father did not accept him to sit on his lap. So all those things were fulfilled. Along with that, after he ruled and everything, after that he had his own Dhruva Loka. He was sent to Dhruva Loka, and there he's still ruling. I mean, he's the one who is the king there, and that's
Yes.
what I understand, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, because he wanted a kingdom even bigger, not just bigger than what his grandfather had, but great grandfather. So Swayambhuva Manu. So, and I mean Brahmaji. So the Lord fulfills his wishes and gives him this pole star, the Dhruva Loka, where all the other planets circumambulate around that main planet. They orbit around it. So that was the highest. And he also says that you will live for 36,000 years. And all the other things that you said, Mataji. Thank you. So, okay, so we then come to the bit then. So Dhruva Maharaj then returns back home. He's welcomed by his father and both the mothers. Even the mother who was not very nice to him, even she repented, and even she came to greet him. So after all that, Dhruva Maharaj lived happily with his dad, moms, and his brother Uttama for years. And at one point, his father Uttanpad realized that now is the time that I need to now they say vanaprastha, I need to now go and start doing my own, I need to self-realize, I need to now worship the Lord, I need to do devotional service. And now is the time, because he saw that Dhruva Maharaj was now capable of ruling the kingdom. So he then renounces, he hands everything to Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj becomes the king, and Uttanpad goes to the forest to do his bit. And then Dhruva Maharaj, a little bit of his own life, where he marries. He with one wife he has two sons, and with the other he has a boy and a girl. And he's ruling his kingdom in such a way that he's being very just to everyone. He is like a father to all his people in his city. So everyone regards him as his father, because he was just such a just person, in the sense that he would be very he would not have any favoritism or anything like that. He would rule the kingdom very wisely, and he would protect his all the people in his kingdom. So he was really loved so much by everybody. And then what also happens is Uttama, they say he hadn't married. He goes one day to the forest to do some hunting, but over there, one of the yakshas killed Uttama, his brother. And the mother, Uttama's mother, Suruchi, also goes to look for her son, Uttama, in the forest. But in the forest, I think there was a fire, and then she ends up passing away as well. So both the brother and now the mom also have passed away, not his real mom, but the stepmom. So Dhruva Maharaj got really angry. At this point, he started to get angry, and he got angry at the yaksha who had killed his brother. And so he sort of like declares almost like a war towards all the yakshas. So he goes to where all the yakshas were, which is, I think, a city called Alkapuri. And he goes there, and as soon as he goes there, he blows his conch shell. And the conch shell was so powerful that everybody in that land, they just started to get frightened. All the wives of the yakshas started to get frightened. Anyway, the yakshas were powerful as well. So they were so powerful that they could just blow like six arrows on him. This sort of like a battle starts between the yakshas and Dhruva Maharaj. So this battle goes on for quite a while, and the yakshas were really, really powerful. There were so many of them. They're a huge army, and they were throwing all sorts of things at Dhruva Maharaj. And Dhruva Maharaj was fighting valiantly with them. And the Yakshas also realized that Dhruva Maharaj was so strong. But so what they did was, and Dhruva Maharaj was winning all the time. So Yakshas then, because they were into all these illusionary tricks that they could come up with, the Yakshas made like an illusion so that Dhruva Maharaj saw a huge a cloud coming towards him, massive thunder, lightning, rain, torrential rain. And he was like bewildered. He was like thinking, what is this? Suddenly out of nowhere, all this is coming. But, and it was pouring down, with blood, pus, all sorts of bones and all sorts of horrible things, stool, urine, everything was coming down from this cloud that was being sent towards Dhruva Maharaj. And Dhruva Maharaj was like almost, getting covered with all these horrible things. And then also the Yakshas released a lot of serpents, mad elephants, tigers, lions towards him. And Dhruva Maharaj was like completely surrounded by all these bad things. And at that time, some sages come to him, and some sages gives him some advice as well, that you need to find the Lord, and you need to surrender to the Lord. At this time also, so Dhruva Maharaj realized that the only way to conquer yakshas is to, like the sages said, that do something. So he then meditates, and he gets an arrow from which was Lord Narayan's. And through these arrows, he started to have another battle. He started to fight with the yakshas. And at this point, the yakshas started to get defeated, because now Dhruva Maharaj had taken the shelter of the Lord Narayan. So then the yakshas, eventually, they got defeated, and they were all... but he kept on killing them. He kept on fighting and fighting and fighting. And all those yakshas that did get killed by him, they were sort of delivered. And it is said that the non-devotees can be delivered only through the Lord and through the devotees of the Lord. And Dhruva Maharaj was a devotee of the Lord. So even though he was killing all the yakshas were actually being saved in some way. But he kept on killing them in such a way that, it was getting really not to a point where, even his own grandfather was getting worried. So his grandfather, Swayambhuva Manu, comes at this point, and he starts giving a lot of advice to Dhruva Maharaj. So here I just thought I'll cover mostly some of these teachings of Swayambhuva Manu. And he says that please stop all this unnecessary killing, because it's not, you don't need to kill all these yakshas, basically. It's only one yaksha who killed your brother. Why are you keeping on? Why are you still carrying on fighting? Because if you follow this path, that is a path to hell. Then he said also that this kind of killing is not approved. And also, it doesn't suit our family. Our family is very virtuous, and we always have been law abiding and following a law of the religion as well. And this is going to give like a bad name to us because you are our descendant, and this is not approved. And for one yaksha's offense, you have killed so many others who are innocent. You should not kill all the innocent people. And he said that you have been so fortunate that you got the planet. The Lord was happy on you, and gave you a planet, Dhruva Loka, that not many people are fortunate to go to, but you were given this planet, and so he regarded you as one of the greatest devotee, and yet you are still doing all this. The Lord is always thinking of you. So your life is meant for exemplary behavior. And I'll just cover a little bit on exemplary behavior in a while. So these are all the things that his grandfather is teaching him, that one has to have an exemplary behavior, and the Lord is very satisfied with his devotee when the devotee greets other people with tolerance, mercy, friendship, and equality. So I was just going to share that. I hope I can share all these things. So from this purpose 13, Titikshaya Karunaya Maitraya Chakila Jantasu Samatvena Cha Sarvatma Bhagavan Samprasidati. The Lord is very satisfied with his devotee when the devotee greets other people with tolerance, mercy, friendship, and equality. And I just thought that maybe some bits in this purport I thought was quite nice. So there are 3 stages of devotional life. In the lower stage, the devotee is simply concerned with the deity in the temple, and he worships the Lord with great devotion, according to rules and regulations. I believe, Prabhuji, you can always correct me. I think, are we talking here about Sambandha, Abhidaya, Prayojana? I'm not sure, but that's my understanding. In the second stage, the devotee is cognizant of his relationship with the Lord, his relationship with his fellow devotees, and his relationship with persons who are innocent, and also with persons who are envious. So that's the behavior of the devotees, how to behave with not only people who are good, but also people who are a bit envious. And sometimes people are ill-treated by envious persons. So it is advised that an advanced devotee should be tolerant. He should show complete mercy to persons who are ignorant or innocent. And a preacher devotee is meant to show mercy to innocent persons. So those kind of things, I thought that was quite, we all need to know a little bit about that as well. And it's a devotee's business to awaken everyone's Krishna consciousness. That is his mercy. So a treatment of other devotees who are his equals, he should maintain friendship with them. And his general view should be to see every living entity as part of the Supreme Lord. So even though we could be in any form or any caste, creed, or whatever, we are all part of the entity of the Lord, and we should treat everyone as that, and not as any caste or anything like that, or any color. So I thought this was quite a lovely purport that Prabhupada wrote, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. And then a saintly person is always tolerant and merciful. He's a friend to everyone and never an enemy to anyone. And he's peaceful. So these are some of the good qualities of a devotee. And if you also remember, in the very first session, Narad Muni also had given advice to Dhruva Maharaj about, how to behave with 3 kinds of people. One who is very advanced to him, one who is very low to him, and one who is one who is equal to him. How we should behave with all these different people that we meet. So that was his advice. So I thought that was very good. And then with text 14 as well. Samprasanne bhagavati purusha prakriter gunaiha vimukto jiva nirmukto brahma nirvanam rachati. One who actually satisfies the Supreme Personality of Godhead during one's lifetime becomes liberated from the gross and subtle material conditions. Thus, being freed from all material modes of nature, he achieves unlimited spiritual bliss. So, think here it says that anyone who sincerely and seriously engages in my service immediately becomes situated in the transcendental stage, wherein he can enjoy unlimited spiritual bliss. So everyone in this material world is struggling hard in order to achieve blissful life, but people do not know how to achieve it. And it is said that if you please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one immediately attains to the spiritual platform and enjoys unlimited blissful life. And we would then become free from material life as well. So that's something that I liked as well. You please the Lord. The Lord should always be at the center of everything we do, the bhakti yoga, and whatever we do, it's always to please him, not to please our senses. So I'll go back to wherever I was. So that's my understanding of those two purports. And then our relationship with the body is completely material. The real self, spirit, soul is never annihilated or killed by anyone. So here it's also said that you keep on killing, but there is a soul in everyone, and you should be compassionate to them as well. And this is just our body, but inside there is a spiritual soul that we should look at. It is simply by the illusionary material energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and by the interaction of the three modes of material nature that creation, maintenance, and annihilation takes place. And Prabhuji, in the morning session, you always talked so much about all these different energies, all the prakriti, the three modes of nature, the external energy, internal energy, the illusionary energy, and all sorts of energies you talked about, and how the Supreme Lord is beyond all that. He doesn't get contaminated with any modes of material nature, and he's the one who is in charge of the creation, maintenance, and annihilation. So he's the ultimate at the end, the cause of all causes. So the exemplary behavior that I talked about was, I just found this, that I think Prabhupada was asked, and he quoted that, act in such a way that they will see we are of ideal character. So when he was asked that, how do you recognize a Vaishnava? He replied, he is a perfect gentleman. So, apane acharya keho na kare pracharo, prachara kare na keho na kare na acharo. So it's what he's trying to say is that first thing, I think our body, mind, our thoughts, our speech, everything should be aligned. And if we know about Krishna, then we need to preach Krishna consciousness as well. But our behavior should be exemplary as well. So some behave well, but they cannot preach the culture of Krishna consciousness. But others, they preach very well, but then they do not behave properly, because sometimes they do, fall down. They make mistakes, and they're good at preaching, but then they don't behave properly. So what Prabhupada is trying to say here, in Sanatan Goswami, in fact, Haridas Thakur is saying that both needs to be aligned, both needs to be done properly, side by side. So you need to preach well and you need to behave well as well. So that's exemplary behavior. Then further teachings Manu Maharaj gives is the Supreme Personality of Godhead is uncontaminated by the material modes of nature. He's neutral towards everyone. So he has got no allies, he's got no enemies. Though he's very fond of his devotees and he would do anything to protect the devotees. Everyone suffers due to the result of his own karma or fruitive activities. He is the original cause of all causes. So we know that in Brahma Samhita, it says the very first verse, Ishwar Param Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarvakaran Karanam. So that is he is cause of all causes. And then he's the super soul who lives within the heart, and he's the maintainer of everyone. Please surrender. So the ultimate thing is please surrender to the Supreme Lord. And even demigod worship, I mean, it's written again in the purports that it's not required. Even demigods, headed by Lord Brahma, is working under his control. And he said that everything is all because we are under the illusion of I, me, my. So just give up on all that and then surrender to the super soul. Do whatever the super soul wants you to do. Control your anger, for the anger is foremost enemy on the path of spiritual realization. So, anger, lust, from lust we get anger, and anger we get greed. So he's trying to check Dhruva Maharaj from this point, that before he gets even worse, he's giving all this lovely advice to Dhruva Maharaj. And he said, control your anger. And he said, you have also agitated the mind of Kuvera. Kuvera is, Prabhuji, please correct me, is he the brother or uncle of Ravana, and also the demon, head of demons? But you please correct me when I finish about that. So yeah, so Kuvera is I think of yakshas, the head of all the yakshas. So he said you have displeased him as well, so you need to really ask for forgiveness there, and pacify Kuvera with gentle words and prayers, because he can also come after a family. So Kuvera then realizes at this point, Dhruva Maharaj stops fighting. As soon as Swayambhuva Manu advises him, after all these things, he then realizes that what he had done was a bit extreme. So he then controls his anger, he stops fighting, and Kuvera then becomes pleased with Dhruva Maharaj. He then comes to Dhruva Maharaj, and he was nice to Dhruva Maharaj, and he says that don't think that you have killed all the yakshas, because they got killed because of their own karmas, or because the Lord wanted it. And also they have not killed your brother, because again that was not up to them. Your brother was meant to die anyway. So the ultimate cause of generation and annihilation is the eternal time feature of the Supreme Lord. It is the Supreme Lord who's controlling everything. So he's quite forgiving to Dhruva Maharaj. And then here one verse he says also is that engage yourself fully in devotional service of the Lord, for only he can deliver us from this entanglement of materialistic existence. Although the Lord is attached to his material potency, he is aloof from all activities, and everything in this material world is happening by the potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he's sort of giving all this advice to Dhruva Maharaj as well. And then he said, I'm very pleased with you. Please ask me any benediction. And then he knew also at this point that what Dhruva Maharaj was going to ask him, because he knew Dhruva Maharaj's character. And Dhruva Maharaj rightly said that I want to have unflinching faith, and I want to remember all the time Supreme Personality of Godhead, because with his shelter and through Supreme Personality of Godhead, we can cover the ocean of the nations easily. So that is what Dhruva Maharaj asked. I will share. I don't think I have got the but of yes, I might have do. But 8 was quite good as well. I hope it's the right one that so maybe it's not this one. I will have to find puppet of verse 8, chapter 12 at some point. But let me just finish this. Dhruva Maharaj, then afterwards, Dhruva Maharaj continued to perform many sacrifices. He carried on with his transcendental occupation of engaging in devotional service of the Lord, and he lived for 36,000 years, as we covered earlier. And he was very respectful to all the devotees. And then also he considered his body, his wives, his children, his friends, his army, everybody as illusionary. He never got attached to anyone, even though he was doing his duties and he was with them. He had 2 wives, he had all children. He never got really attached. He continued with his devotional service, and then in due course of time he goes to Badrika Ashram, and there he does his penances, he baths, he does his yoga practice, and then finally it was time for him to go to the abode of the Lord. And this is when the 2 associates of the Lord from Vishnu Lok come and get him. Prior to that, I think persons who are peaceful, equiposed, cleansed, purified, and who know the art of pleasing all other living entities keep friendship only with devotees of the Lord. They alone can very easily achieve the perfection of going back home, back to Godhead. So this is what it is. It's just saying that, we need to be equiposed with everyone, and we need to be pure in ourselves and peaceful. Then only we will be pure devotee of the Lord, and then we will find a way to perfect ourselves and then go back to Godhead. So Nanda and Sunanda, they come to Dhruva Maharaj to take him, and Dhruva Maharaj knew that they were there to take him, so he was bowing humbly, and he smiled happily. And the associates said that, Dhruva Maharaj, neither your forefathers or anyone else before you has ever achieved such a transcendental planet, because they were taking him to Dhruva Loka. And he said that no one in your family has ever achieved this. You are the first one. And it's the highest of all. Please come with us and live there eternally. So even if, even the annihilation takes place, the Dhruva Lok will still continue. So Dhruva Maharaj then circumambulated the plane which had come to take him, and he offered his obeisances to the associates, the 2 associates, Nanda and Sunanda. And he became very brilliant, illuminating as molten gold. And he then boarded on the plane, but he also was thinking of his mom at that point. So he looked back to see, he wanted to take his mom also with him. But mom was already on another plane, and so he was very happy. And that is it, because the mom also was the first, the guru as well for Dhruva Maharaj, the first Siksha guru. And she gave him some very good advice. And because of her, and also due to the stepmom as well, that he managed to achieve the Lord through the penances. So yeah, he took his mom as well with him. I'll see if I can find chapter 8. I don't know whether this is the one though. Might be, yeah. Yeah, I think it is this one. So just a little bit on, there was some yugas as well. So one thing I forgot to cover was Dhruva Maharaj lived for 36,000 years. And that was because at that time in Satyaloka, people used to live for 100,000 years. And then Treta Yuga, I think 10,000 years. And in Dwapar Yuga, 1,000 years. And Kali Yuga, 100 years. So that's one thing. And then devotees, about who is a first class devotee. First class devotees they should not be interested in any kind of benediction from the material world. And this is what Dhruva Maharaj, he never asked for any material benediction. Even after the first time as well, he was repentant. So this time when Kuvera asked him, he didn't want any material benediction at all. And then it says that anyone in senses are compared to serpents. For a devotee, the serpent's poison teeth are broken. But the gist of it is that, the benediction has to be spiritual and not anything material related. So that is what he asked for, the highest liberation, the highest benediction. And that was to serve the lotus feet of the Lord. And as we know as well from Prahlad Maharaj as well, that is all he wanted as well. That he wanted when the Lord asked him, he said, I just want to serve you all the time, and I want to serve my guru as well, Narad Muni, that I should not forget him, and I should always be at your feet as well, and I want my dad to be liberated as well. So there are very some similar points with Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj, what they did, and how we can learn from both of them. Yeah, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So beautifully delivered. Pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj. Thank you so much. And also in this purport, Srila Prabhupada mentions one statement is the remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Panchama Purushartha. We have but only Chaturvida Purusharthas. But remembering the Lord, it is the fifth one. That one is connecting to, again, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatmana Sochati Nakangshati. So there, Samasarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhaktim Labate Param. Bhakti, remembering the Lord, it is the fifth Purushartha. Okay, it goes beyond. Okay, that's a statement Prabhupada mentioned, and it is highlighting.
Yeah, it was such a lovely purport as well. And so, but when I'm put in this situation, it's like, where is that line I wanted to read? I lost it completely. But yeah, that is the purport I liked as well. Thank you so much.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, we request dear devotees for any questions. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If you have got any questions you wanted to ask, kindly raise your questions. Or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. Or anything striking your mind, kindly share that one as well. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. May I ask one question, Prabhu and Mataji?
Prabhuji.
So, Dhruva Maharaj was such an exalted devotee from a very young age. But when it came to the with the thing with the Jaksha, he lost it completely to another this thing. How do we relate to that such a pure devotee went into that kind of a frenzy? So that's what I was wondering.
So Prabhuji will help me on that, but it's definitely covered. The same thing that you asked was covered in one of the purports. That one may ask that why Dhruva Maharaj would get to that point where he just almost got out of hand. But they actually said in there, and Prabhuji, you will have to correct me on this. They also said that, sometimes you have to do what is right. For your, if someone has treated you badly or killed someone unnecessarily, then you have to stand up. So that bit he did right, but I don't know why he carried on too much. So maybe Prabhuji, you might have to help. But that question was asked, and it is covered in one of the purports.
Yes, that is the right point, Mataji. So, and then if you look a little bit bigger, so when Dhruva Maharaj was young and Uttama, they were both playing. So they both wanted to sit on the lap of his father, their father. So at the time, when Dhruva Maharaj came out, and then he was a bit angry with Surichi, and why only Uttama was sitting on his lap, and why not me? So, and then he was a bit angry on the harsh words of the Surichi. So, and then he has written back, and later on, once so that angry is, it might be with him, but after he sees the Lord, and then that is gone. Now he's now again friendly manner with everyone. So he does not have any enmity. And later on, when this fight is happening, so in order to show the affection towards his brother, and so just to uh, punish the enemies, so he has killed. And later, Swayambhu mentions, "O Dhruv, my dear grandchild, so we understand how much you love your brother. So you know that also shows that Dhruv Maharaj does not have any enmity with Uttama, and he loves so much. So that is also one integrity between Uttama and also Dhruva Maharaj. And other side, another angle, killing of these yakshas. Uh, and also here Kuvera mentions to Dhruva Maharaj saying that, "Oh dear Dhruva, so you did not kill all these yakshas so far, and they were not killed by you. So it is by the destiny they were killed, they are died. But you are acting as instrument, and they have to leave their body, and then later on they have attained a abode which is beyond the sun planet, where the um, Naistika Brahmacharis attained the abode. So such kind of abode they have attained. So one side it is also auspicious for them, all yakshas who have left their body in the hands of Dhruva Maharaj. And one point here, again, excess of killing. When Dhruva Maharaj was killing, Swayambhu Manu, once again he says that devotees who are in the path of, who have surrendered unto the lotus feet of the Lord, they do not get angry unnecessarily, and they do not take to killing of so many people. And when so this is one example. Um, in the Mahabharata, when Drona was killing so many of soldiers in the opposite side, Pandava side, unnecessarily he was killing, and so many sages, they have come and advised Dronacharya. Drona, you are doing excessive of killing, so you are using big astras on the small soldiers. That is not fair. And then later on, he also fell in the battle. So by the arrangement of the Lord. So here, whoever is surrendered unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or whoever is in the spiritual path, they do not take to the unnecessary angriness. They check their angry. Again, Krishna says, what happens when we are angry? Krodhat bhavati sammohaha, sammoha smriti vibramaha, smriti bramshat buddhinasho, buddhinashat pranasyati. So it will bring us to down from the spiritual path. So again, here Swayambhu Manu also mentions that particular statement, and one must be equipped wise. Is it necessary to do it? Again, one more point to see, if Swayambhu Manu has not come, and if Dhruva Maharaj have been completely killing all the sections, if the Kuvera, who is also called brother of Lord Shiva, Bratuhu. So the word it is also mentioned by Swayambhu Manu. So most of the time, Lord Shiva and Kuvera, they're like close associates. So if it would have enraged Kuvera and Lord Shiva as well, if Swayambhu Manu would have not have come there. So there is a perfect arrangement. Swayambhu Manu coming there, it is also there is a purpose so that his lineage would be protected and his anger also will be checked. And Yakshas who have so far killed, they have gone to the abode of beyond the sun planet, the higher abodes. So there are many number of benefits to see in many angles. So it's a wider picture if you see that one. So everything is appropriate. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. That was so well explained. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Indulekha Mataji wanted to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much for a nice class. I joined late, So very well explained. I can see that you are very serious. Since you have started on this platform, you are continuing in one subject like Dhruva Maharaj every time, which is good. You're following up with that. Also, Dhruva Maharaj killing the yakshas. He was not doing anything bad because if he didn't kill the yakshas, they would continuously do things like that, killing others. And that is they are committing sins. So Dhruva Maharaj had to stop that sin. And then once he started killing them, they were changing their bodies, like they were invisible to Dhruva Maharaj. He couldn't see them. And they were attacking with everything, as you said, all kind of weapons and bloods and pus and everything was coming. So they are committing more and more sins. So it was assigned by Dhruva Maharaj for them to stop the sins. That's why he did that. Does it mean that because he was angry, that means that a devotee should not be angry, right? If we take Hanumanji, how big devotee he is, he put fire in whole Lanka. Because if he didn't do that, Ravan will continuously doing the same thing. Ravan should know the power of the devotee. And what about the Lord if he comes, right? So there are so many instances we see, so many great devotees, they will take that position of Dhruva Maharaj and of Hanumanji. Does it mean that they are not good? Even in our society, when something bad is happening, people say, oh, we should not talk, we should. But if everybody keeps quiet, don't say anything, what will happen? So we are not defending ourselves. We are protecting those people who are doing bad by stopping them. If we don't stop them, they will continue doing it and they will go down and down to hell. That's why Dhruva Maharaj had to take that steps also. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So nice.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Okay. Rajalakshmi Mataji, hand lifted. Mataji?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry, I just joined a bit late because we are just returning from the temple and all. But yeah, with Krishna's mercy, I did manage to join Mataji. Hare Krishna. I just wanted to understand Mataji, okay? So if someone is just doing anything wrong or bad words or okay, saying something incorrect, do we need to stay quiet or do we need to protect ourselves? Okay, once we tell them, okay, what they are doing in a not like in improper way, in a polite manner, if you tell them so that they won't repeat it, isn't it? Because most life, it is not like, okay, we have to stay peaceful, but at the same time, we have to protect ourselves and we should not give the chance for others, okay, to jump on us every time. If we are just staying quiet and calm, always they will take the advantage of us, isn't it? So in the Dhruva Maharaj story, so how we need to handle Mataji, those kind of things?
I'm the wrong person to ask, Prabhuji or Indulekha Mataji. My understanding for me is, are we getting angry because we want to prove ourselves to someone, or we want to look good or whatever. I don't know. What is that anger about? If it's um, for the wrong reason, then we should not be doing that. We should not be having any anger out on anyone. If it's sometimes also I've in Prabhuji as well, I think sometimes he's always said that keep quiet, don't do, don't point mistakes out too much or something like that. He said that. So he's the best person to say. For me, I think you are such a lovely question, how to handle. I personally, I stay quiet, and then over time maybe people calm down. That's my approach has been. But sometimes maybe you need to stand up at some time when it really gets out of hand, because then they walk over you. But this is some questions devotee has asked as well, some in another platform. But I don't know how Prabhuji, I know you always have said don't point other people's mistakes out. Is that correct, Prabhuji? How would you?
Yeah.
Mataji. Yes, Mataji, you are saying rightly. Yes, we do not find any mistakes, even though they are saying to us. And when we are trying to counteract, on what basis we are trying to counteract? Is it we are identifying ourselves as a body and thinking opposite person as a different person? The Lord is in the heart of everyone. Lord is in the heart of, this is Mansaitani Bhutani Pranamid Bahumanayan. Ishvaro Jivakalaya Pravishto Bhagavaniti. Lord is in the heart of all the living entities. When opposite person is doing to us, we also need to understand Lord is there in their heart. Why Lord would inspire them to say something to us? Lord is also within us. So here, knowing that one devotees did not do anything. Tiraskrutaha vipralabdaha क्षिप्ताः हतोवापि तस्याः न प्रतिकुर्वन्ति तद्भक्ताः प्रभवोऽपि हि. Devotees, even they are powerful enough to counteract. Tadbhaktaha prabhuvopi hi. But na pratikurvanti, they do not counteract. This is the devotees. So devotees, our Jiva Goswamis or Acharyas, they simply say that do not counteract any activities at all. If you wanted to progress in spiritually, you simply tolerate, because there is nothing you would achieve by counteracting it. So again, there is Titikshavaha. Krishna also says that Matra spashestu kaunteya sitoshna sukha agamapaino anityaha tam titikshasva bhar. You just simply be patient for a little while, and when you are quiet, if you are speaking, then it will just your ego, their ego, just egos will fight, and then environment will be havoc. We cannot tolerate the output of it when we simply quiet. Either it is family members outside, but if the situation is, if we wanted to correct others, but who am I to correct others? Am I a father? Am I an authorized person? Am I a teacher, spiritual master? Am I a husband? So these are the different kinds of authorities. A father, a husband, a spiritual master. These are the authorities. They can take the decision and then do the right thing for them, for the children, for the wives, or for the disciples. So that one way, but as a friend level, we cannot say like that. You are my friend, I wanted to say. We cannot say that you are doing wrong. But we could say that what they can do in a quiet way, in a harmonious environment, we can tell what would be best. So just come and do the Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting. And likewise, in a friendly way, we can take, like all our devotees preach. But we cannot say that you don't do this like that. But in order to do that, to instruct, we need to have a authority. But if
Yeah.
they're most friendly, intimate to us, then we may have a normal catch up like that. Okay, so this is how we need to be like that. But when we say do not, then ego is there. So immediately the snake, their their egos are just like the snakes. Immediately it will spread its hoods, and then who are you say that? This is again, it goes
Uh,
beyond.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
will lose our control.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. But actually, my question is, we are not going and giving free advice to anybody. I'm just telling as a generic example, as I come across one of my friend is asking me. So that's why I was just trying to correlate with the Dhruva Maharaj's story and okay, what would be the best solution in that scenario? Because she's not correcting, she's not giving a free advice. Someone is coming and saying something when she's doing some activity or some spiritual activity, do this way or do that way, and something. Some spiritual activity or divine activity someone is doing, that is her choice, how she wants to do it. If someone is coming and giving free advice for a spiritual and divine activity as a devotee, has she got the right to say, okay, sorry, it is my private space, please kindly don't enter? Or how any devotee need to or do we need to say, okay, if someone is saying, okay, yeah, do this, don't do it at your home or do it at somewhere outside, in those instances how the devotee need to respond, Prabhuji? I'm just asking.
Just simple smile, Mataji. Just simple smile. Do not say a single word. Simple smile. That's all. And
Just
then
mm,
simple smile and quietly with a smile and a friendly manner, we just come out from that environment. That's all.
okay, if they are putting the messages in a group, okay, where it is not like one to one, then how they need to respond? Because even
Yeah,
if she
that is
want,
also fine. That is also fine unless it is harming someone. If it is harming ourselves, that is all right, personally. But unless if it is harming someone else, we need to be very careful. So we simply be quiet and then just pray to Krishna. That's all. So here, Lord Brahma says one of the statements to Lord Shiva. This is it is पृथग्देह कर्मदोषो धराशयाः परोदयेनार्पित हृद्रजोनिशं परान् धृप्तैः विचिन्त्य अरुन्धता तान् मावतीत् दैवतान् भविद्विदः. A person पृथग्देह कर्मदोषो धराशयाः in a different manners. Pradakdiha, intelligence is multiple. Pradak means different kinds of path. Pradakdiha karma dusha dhurasayaha. Dhurasayaha means we can understand. It is beyond its imaginations and desires. Dhurasayaha. Pradakdiha karma dusha dhurasayaha. Prudrujo anisham. Prudrujo. So having this so much of anger in his heart, he was most of passionate, intoxicated with the passion and ignorance. परोदयेनार्पित हृद्रुजो अनिशम परान् धृप्तैः विदधन्ति अरुन्धदा. Paran dhuruptaihi vidudhanti arundhada. So just their harsh words, just like arrows, straight away they throw the words like that. Even though other people, opposite people like that. Tan mavadit daivadan bhavid vidaha. Brahma says to Lord Shiva. Such kind of people, we do not do anything. They are by their words, by their harsh words, they are already punished by the divine. Tan ma avadit, you do not punish. Daivadan, they're already punished by the divine. So likewise, Lord Brahma says to Shiva, "Oh Shiva, you have already punished all so many of Daksha's associates. Now, so you need to retract your anger. People are just like already engaged in the karmic activities. They do not know what is right, what is not right. So you are a great personality. You need to show compassionate. Yes, Minyada Pushkarana Bhamaya Dhrantaya Pushtadiha Pragdushaha. So Kurvanti Tatrihi Anukampaye Kurpam Nasad Dayubalat Kuride Kramam. Here you need to show compassionate to them. Instead, Instead of getting angry, you need to show compassionate to them. Na sadho dhayu balat kurute kramam. And you are progressing in the spiritual path. You have got some pious credits. Do not misuse those pious things unnecessarily, using on unnecessary people who are obstacles in our spiritual path. So that's why Brahma says that you always keep yourself controlled by their words, by their actions. They are already punished, but you do not get entangled within that trap by getting angry. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. And also sometimes we do hear, okay, whatever we give, we will get back, okay? Whatever the good deeds and good karma we do, that will comes back multiple times in this Janma or something like that, Prabhuji. And we see many people, okay, even if they are doing cheating or if they are like terrorists or if they are doing, okay, some wrong business or uh, cheating and taking the properties from others without right acts and all, and we say okay they are just flourishing and all, then how does the karma will work on those guys, Prabhuji? So because in
It is just like a karma, it goes like a seed, smaller little plants, saplings, small plants, and then trees, and then fructified and giving fruits, flowers, and everything, and finally is also getting destroyed. The karma is like that. Seeding, sometimes the tree is giving so much of fruits and flowers. This is karmic things. But we need to nullify everything. When the seeds are fried, it will not sprout again, even though you put it in the soil. So here, people who it is just again, they do not come to the spiritual pathway. Even though materially they are thinking like that, they are in the uplands. Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya apurhuta chetasam vyavasayatmak buddhi samadho na vidhiyate. People who are enjoying all these material things, sense gratificationary things, they cannot get a thought to come into the spiritual path. Vyavasayatmaka buddhihi samadhu na vidhiyate. It will never sprout in their heart. But they do not know that their body is going to fall down on one day. But even though they are seeing so many things, but they cannot apply for themselves. Tesham pramatto nidhanam pasyannapi na pasyati. Even though they are seeing, they do not apply to themselves. So, but a devotee would see the complete picture, from the entire picture of the soul. So somewhere or other we have fall down here in this material that he understands. In such a way, he will try to go in the path of purificatory process and trying to be tolerant and everything and engage all his activities in the devotional service. This is akama sarvakama mokshakama udharati tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. So when we engage ourselves in the devotional service, whatever we do, they do not give any reactions for our actions. So because this is only for Krishna. If we do for ourselves, our sense, immediately it will give some bad reactions. But in the devotional service, when we have surrendered, even though unknowingly if we have done something, then Krishna, under Krishna's supervision, he will be protected. क्षिप्रम भवति धर्मात्मा शश्वच्चान्तिम निगच्छति kaunteya pratijanihi na me bhakta pranasthiti. My devotee will never ever be perished. Because he is already in the right path. He will never ever be perished. Even though by any chance if he falls down, he will be again coming back to the right path, chanting Hare Krishna and then following the regulatory principles. That will go. But purposefully one should not do anything. Okay, these are few points, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. One final question, Prabhu. If we know some negative vibes or negative, because divine power is there in everybody, but we come across terrorists and also various bad people because we can't go and mingle with the terrorist people. Okay, you got a divine soul, and we can't correct like that. But even in the society, okay, now wherever we are living, those quite a lot of people whom we come across are good people, and also we do come across, okay, mixed versions, some kind of, okay, black sheeps. Okay, so how we have to protect ourselves? Do we need to maintain a good distance from the black sheep so that, okay, we do protect and we do continue our seva without any distractions? Or how we need to tackle with those kind of people, Prabhuji?
So here, without we have got some desires, such kind of black sheep does not come in contact with us. Somewhere rather something there within our heart. Otherwise, other people, they would not get a chance to come in contact with us, even though for a little bit of time. There is something. Whenever, for example, when Yudhishthira went to the heavenly planets, he was passing through some kind of hellish planets, something like it. It appears that it is not actually, and he has heard the voices of his brothers. And then later on, he asked Indra why it is appearing like that. So I am in the heaven, but why I still see some horrible cries that they are calling me with so because there is a particular purpose. When Yudhishthira has done, even though he did never lied throughout his life, but somewhere or other, small tinge of thing that made him to just walk through that. So within our life also similarly, without some kind of karma, we wouldn't have come across with such kind of bad people. So that is again, there is a purpose for that. But even though we come as a devotee, we need to be very tolerant and follow the regulative principles and be quiet and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then we need to see how we can softly leave away from that place. Tata dusangam usrujya sattu sajeta buddhiman santayavasi chintanti manovyasangam muktibihi. So he must leave that association immediately, that negative vibes. But again, if the based on the karma, if there is a more is still there, then we would have still continuing that association with such kind of people. But when we have completely surrendered to Krishna, those people would not come in contact with us. Just by the nature, karmana daiva netrena, jantu deha upvati. This is everything karmana daiva netrena. And Induleka Mataji hand raised. Hare Krishna Mataji wanted to add something.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, I have a question here. So, whatever you have explained is really great. We do understand that. But sometimes people take us for a week and then they take us for granted. They'll do more and more if we keep quiet because they know that if they tell us something, we will just laugh or we'll just smile or we'll just chant Hare Krishna and just keep doing it. So in this situation, what do we do? Because if it's something like prolonging, it's growing, ongoing, what do we do, Prabhuji?
So prolonging, it would not also go for longer time. So we need to do the right thing. What is the right thing? We need to be patient for some time. Sometimes, again, it comes with us, past karmas, those things. If we do a little bit hard, counteracting things, it may exaggerate the situation. But being quiet, it is soft. Even though it is personally just going through some kind of inconveniences, then still being patient is the first option. But still, if you are not able to be quiet, then if you have done something, because we have been doing like chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, following regulative principles, all this tapasya, and we don't want to do it, but still we have done it, something, it was needed, but it will come under jurisdiction of Krishna. Dehopi Devashuga Kalkarma Yavat Swarambakam Prasamikshita Eva Sasuhu. By all his senses, his activities, everything come under Krishna's control. Krishna looks into it. He will guard it. Even if we do it for the time being.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. But we also see that Krishna didn't want Arjuna to continue suffering, instigated Arjuna to fight. But yes, we are not directly under, like, physically with Krishna, so we cannot be on that level. But we are living in Kali Yuga, which is difficult. Like the Mataji sharing her experience. Like I had similar experience. Sometimes it makes you like, it makes you life become hard. And sometimes you think, okay, if I don't put a full stop here, it will continue growing. So I don't know what you would advise, because everything that is in the Shastra is very good, and it was like not meant for this yuga, right? But still, as devotees, we do understand, we are trying to be patient, we are trying to do whatever we can in our situation. But if other people take us like we are weak and they take us for granted, then I think we should at least say something.
Yes, so yes, Mataji, for everything there is a reason. So Kunti Mata asks for so many troubles again to give Vipada Santuhata Hashashva Tatra Tatra Jagat Guru. So she, as soon as she got problems, she is able to remember the Lord. Maybe that is also one angle of it to think of.
Okay.
So when we are in troubles, then only we remember the Lord. When everything is going peaceful and everything going softly, it may be hard to feel the presence of the Lord. That is one way, one kind of arrangement that Lord is giving to us. What would you do in these situations like that? Would you still remember me or not?
Yeah, I think that's what came out. We were discussing with my my daughter and my son-in-law and all, and they said, when you're in trouble, that's why you think about Krishna more. That's what they told me. So thank you, Prabhuji. I think, yeah, we should tolerate as much as we can, but then at some point we'll have to voice out just to stop them. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
It is again kind of this tolerance. It is again exams. It's a small exam. It is elementary school exam, high school exam, college exams. How much will be tolerate the things, and how much we get angry too much quickly, or we do tempt too much very quickly, or respond too quickly. Again, it depends on. So that is titikshavaha. Titikshaya karunika. So Mataji was reading that 11th, 11:13, 4:11:13, that shloka. Would you like to share, Mataji? Jay Vaid Mataji, if it is available?
Yes, Prabhuji. I'll just share that. Is it this one? No,
4:11:13.
4:11.
4:11:13.
11. Okay. 11. This is 11, isn't it? Yeah, 13. Is it this one?
Fourth canto, 11th chapter. Is that 11th chapter, Mataji?
Yes, it is.
13th shloka.
Titiksha.
Titikshaya karuna. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
तितिक्षया करुणया मैत्र्या च अखिल जन्तुषु समत्वेन च सर्वात्मा भगवान संप्रसीदति. Okay, so this is one has to be tolerant. And again, तितिक्षयः कारुणिकाः सुहृदः सर्वदेहिनाम् अजातशत्रवः शान्ताः साधवः साधुभूषणाः. This is titikshava is a ornament of a devotee. Sadhavah sadhubhushanah. So it comes as a it is a 325. I think there it gives Kapil Bhagavan describes that shloka. Okay, that comes third canto. But Krishna says titikshaya, tolerate. Everyone says tolerate, but when it comes to ourselves, how we need to act in our family, we would be speaking so many things. So tatarbihinna vitresili mukaihi se dadditango hridayena dhuyata twanam dhiya vakradhyam dhuruktibihi tan twanam dhiya. This is divansham tappiti marmatadita. When we speak the harsh words to others, especially the family members, this is Lord Shiva says to Mother Sati Devi. Tatarapihinna vitite silimukaihi te tyaditangu hridayena dhuyata. If the arrow of your enemy, if they have throwing straight away to our heart, we can bear it. But if it is the same family members, our beloved ones, if they are using harsh words, it is not tolerable. Swanam dhiya vakta drukdibihi divanisham tappiti marmataditaha. It will go, it will churn our heart day and night, and we cannot get even sleep. Divanisham tappiti marmatadi. Day and night we suffer. It is more powerful than the enemy's arrow straight away going into our heart. Harsh words within the family members. So we must be very careful. We do not say any bad words. Even though our family members are saying those things to us, we need to tolerate, knowing the power of that words. Okay, it is also one of the angle how devotees should be tolerating. It also comes, I think, in the fourth canto. Lord Shiva speaks to Sati Devi. I think third chapter of fourth canto. He mentions that statement. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Any other questions? Gayatri Mataji wanted to ask or share anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Not really Prabhuji, just thinking of how to be, yes, tolerance and everything is so, it's easy said than done for sure. I mean, sometimes it's so many years we might tolerate, but at one point we are also humans and we might get that's why how Dhruva Maharaj also got angry, and because he tolerated a lot, I guess, and then finally he had to fight. I mean, he had to kill the yakshas, and he is a kshatriya for sure. He has the right to kill people, I mean yakshas, but for us at least, as Indulekha Mataji was explaining, like we have to at least tell them in a right way or something like that. Even in one more, I was watching about Keshav Maharaj's lecture, Prabhuji. In that also he wanted someone to ask like all the like harsh questions, even though he is also a devotee, but he asked all the harsh questions, and he asked why you say we have to be humble, but how come Srila Prabhupada has mentioned like so many times he will say mudha, asses and dogs and cats like that. How can that be humble? So then Keshav Maharaj was saying that, yeah, when someone is falling off the cliff, you cannot just be like sitting there and watching, or very quietly. You cannot say, you have to shout at them and to bring them back to this. Otherwise, they might fall. So I don't know, Prabhuji. I was just thinking all these things were going on in my mind when I'm listening to this lecture. That's all, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Thank you,
Mataji, you're so right, because Keshav Maharaj also says words, when you turn it around, it becomes like swords. So when you speak harsh words, it's like a sword, he says. And there is a little story covered in this chapter, Prabhuji, I think briefly covered it. It's about the serpent and Narad Muni. In this, if I'm not mistaken, I think the serpent was kept on biting people or kept on hissing and doing all sorts of things, and Narad Muni gave him an advice, being his guru, said that, you're always doing this, try and be tolerant for a while. So I think the serpent said, okay, I will do that. And he became very tolerant. But then when he became tolerant, he found that people were still then took advantage, and they were throwing stones and all sorts of things and making even more fun and doing things to him. So he came back to Narad Muni and said, well, you asked me to do this, and now they are hurting me even more by throwing stones at me. So Narad Muni said, you don't need to do anything, but just show them expand your hood. That's all you need to do, but don't do anything more. I think it was something like that, wasn't that? I'm trying to find that story, but I couldn't.
Yes.
But Prabhuji, you would know more.
Yes, Mataji, I also heard this story. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Very nice to share that one. Pawan Prabhuji and
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Firstly, thank you so much, Jay Matati, for taking us through the really wonderful class. And then many takeaway points. And then really very good follow-up questions by Raj Lakshmi Mataji. And then, Induleka Mataji and Gazari Mataji. So I would like to probably add my understanding how, we can implement this spiritual knowledge in daily life. I've learned even majoritarily by talking to Prabhuji, actually, Muga Prabhuji as well. So based on real life situations. So my understanding, I would like to share something about like how to protect ourselves in terms of being a devotee. So it's really hard whom we meet every day, but if there is really good formula, like how we can easily protect from harsh people or who has evil thoughts about us or who want to just bring us down or something like that. So based on experience as well. So the very first thing is like in one of the Bhagavad Shloka itself, like it said the importance of sadhu sangha. So the very first formula is like we must have like association only with devotees. So anyone, even old friends, past friends, if he isn't devotee, it's better to we have to just zip our mouth. That's it. There's no point of talking about movies or talking about their family or talking about some regular topic, anything, which will lead to another topic that leads to another topic, and then we gossip. So if it turns into gossip, then there is definitely a chance that we, we will be, you know, we will get disturbed easily. So if we come across people, so if he's a non-devotee, just quick white, that's it. We don't have to ask anything about their personals, about job or something like that. If they ask anything, we have to keep it short and then make sure do Harinam in the heart, because that's what about Krishna conscious, isn't it? So wherever we go, make sure Krishna is within us. He's already within us, isn't it? So he's inside our heart. So make sure, yeah, if you get angry, you have to all, if you're conscious, you feel like, oh, Krishna is watching, he don't like if you get angry, like in this the very 4.11.13 says. So who is a very good devotee? The good devotee is like who is tolerant, mercy, who is of good friendship and equality, that stuff. So Krishna is always watching us, right? So we, as Prabhuji said, we are under Krishna's jurisdiction. So why worry? So he's once we already surrendered. So whatever comes to us, he's gonna punish people who they do ill for us. Our aim is like we shouldn't lose our calm. So we have to show Krishna, see how tolerant I am. I overcame this situation. Did you see that? So you have to talk to Krishna all the time. So that's what we have to do. So if you get any difficult situation, so my understanding is like my practice is like, so whenever we get insults, it's like we should understand, oh, it's great that happened because my past bad karma has been burnt out, so everything is good. If I move forward, it's like good, everything gonna be good now, because the old past karmas comes in the form of insults or disappointments or something like that. Anything that bad comes to us is like our all the past lives bad karma burns by this way. So I can give you really big example that touches everyone's heart that just happened yesterday. So um, for this, I'm going to tell you like why I relate this like that. So. Yesterday we have been to. It was very good day for us. We have been to Gita Jayanti, Manchester Temple, and we have recited uh, uh, Radhashmi Mataji family, myself, and then we went there. And then exactly when we went there, so I was about to park my car. I was like less than 1 mile per hour speed. I was parking my car, and my tire just like it's like a small peck touched the curb, and it just blasted. So we went there in the evening. My tire blasted. So initially, I told myself everything happens for a good reason. So I didn't panic. So and then I quickly called the AA, and then they did their job, and we were inside listening Bhagavad Gita, reciting Bhagavad Gita, all chapters, and then that happened. You know today's story. So today, uh, you know, when I went to repair the broken tire, so it was found that my both two wheels were under the legal limit actually, so which I overlooked. And if police had caught me, so that he would yeah charge me 3 points. So because it's completely under legal limit, so I would never see that. And if that happens, I will be in trouble. So Krishna saw that, and Krishna, I said myself when my tire got blasted in the front side. So that's when I felt like, oh, everything's happened for a reason. Because I'm right in front of Krishna temple. This happened. I know everything happens for a reason. I didn't panic at all. And today I got realized when I went to the, especially this afternoon, I went to the garage and he saw and I was like, oh, your front two tires were below legal limit. If police sees that, you'll straight away get 3 points. Which is big hit, isn't it, on the license? So that is really, I can say a small example, say how I kept myself calm. Instead of telling why this happened to me, I felt like this happened for a reason. And also, if something happens like that, it's like only, you know, they could have been big thing happened, but there's a very small thing happened and we were safe, right? Isn't it? It was just when I was parking car, the tire blasted. And then, that's, I can say, really a quick example how we have to relate with anything wrong happens. So how we can relate that to Krishna consciousness and how we can stay stable. I understand, as Gayatri Mataji said, is easier said than done regarding the tolerance. But I can say the formula over there to increase tolerance is like when really something happens to us. So how to take it is like we have to increase the detachment. We have to detach a lot. We shouldn't attach to anything, even relationships, even parents or siblings, everything happened just because of our past karmas. So we are just fulfilling those karmas. So if we fully attach to everything, parents or siblings or friends, if we fully attach, there will be always expectations. So again, expectations leads to miseries. When they do not happen, you get angry. When you get angry, and again, all the destruction to your devotion. So where it started, your attachment, expectation, and angerness, and detachment. So the formula. Why to, when you know the exact formula, and you have to practice that a lot, that how to stay detached. Do your karmas, do everything for parents, do everything for kids, do everything for siblings, do everything for a wife or family, but stay detached, zero expectations. I'm doing this because this is my karma, like this is my these are my actions, so I have to do actions. As Krishna said, I'll just do actions, so I'll leave the fruits to Krishna. That's it. So that's why we can do Krishna Arpanamastu when we do some help or something like that, zero expectations. So that is like slowly when I understood Krishna consciousness and applying in life. These are my learnings. Like with the one example I've given yesterday, I can give many examples like that which happened. And then slowly dealing with external people as well. As Indulekha Mataji said, people might take it for granted and they do it again, right? So for that as well, I can give one example. So when such things happened, how I dealt is like, initially not teaching, like when you face such kind of insults, like initially, if we reply, they gain power over what they have said. It's like their words have power to disturb your mind. So my understanding of this is like this world has 8 billion people. So imagine this way: 8 billion people come and insult you. Do you have a time replying everyone and prove that you are right? No, right? So I and that is myself who asks that questions when I face challenges. So what's the best thing I can do over there? So the best thing I can do is like smile and move away. I don't have to prove anyone because I have proven myself to the supreme personality of Godhead. So why should I prove to other people? So my aim is to go to Golok. So why should I waste time in arguing with people for weeks? So instead, I can chant Hare Krishna and go to Golok quicker, isn't it? So exactly. So these are all real time examples. I would say what's happening in the life and how I react, and I make sure I also calculate inside, as Prabhuji said, when you get these situations. So earlier my intention would be like, oh, how can I teach him Krishna consciousness and how can I change him into Krishna Bhakta? I used to think like that. Just now Prabhuji clarified that, and also he clarified this to me a few months ago when I asked a similar question when I rang him. So whenever you feel like someone is doing wrong, why not teach him Krishna consciousness? So Prabhuji told that ask yourself whether you are authorized person to say. If it's friends, no. If it's family, you can try. You can at least tell them, but not like we should not point their mistakes. We should tell. That's it. It's like with a neutral tone, and also, and regarding one more thing regarding pointing mistakes is like from Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhakti Devi actually. So when Kali, I think Kali attacks Bhakti Devi, I think he removes 3 legs, and that's what happens at the beginning. And when Parikshit Maharaj comes and asks like who did this, Bhakti Devi will not point out to Kali, because even pointing out mistakes is adharma. Sorry, dharma. I think dharma, not Bhakti Devi. Sorry, dharma. Do not point out to Kali, telling that he's the one who you know chopped the legs and things like who attacked dharma. So the never even pointing out other mistakes is a sin. So when you point others mistakes, so slowly you are gaining a sin. That sin comes in the form of insult again, all kind of this kind of miseries. So we have to make sure never point of mistakes, and then never talk about other people, never these are all really good things where we have to be compassionate, and then no angerness, no grudge, and then when something happens, take it as like everything happens for a reason, and then as an example, as I explained as an example. So these are all takeaways applying the Bhagavad Gita in real life, and I thought to share, expand on this, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hari Bol, Prabhuji, Hari Bol.
Haribol. Very well said, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for sharing
Thank you
all
so
this.
much, Pawan Prabhu. It was very good. As yesterday, you are clearly saying also when I'm saying, okay, why it happened when we are in front of the temple, you are keep on telling me, okay, Mataji, there is a reason, something. So we found that reason why it happened today. If it has not happened yesterday, you would not have taken the car to the garage, isn't it?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, so definitely, okay, Krishna knows. And also, he has not troubled us also because this thing happened exactly in front of the temple without creating any trouble for us because we reached the temple and just in front of the temple it happened. So his plans and his divine plan and his blessings are awesome, Prabhu. Honestly. Hari Bol, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Mataji.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
exactly. Hare Krishna. That's what
Mm.
immediately, Dayanand Prabhuji and Mataji said, oh, exactly, why this happened. I immediately said, everything happens for a reason. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah, yeah.
and I
True,
found the
true.
reason today.
True, Prabhu, 100% Prabhu. Such a wonderful
Yeah,
message from Krishna. Trust him so that everything happens for a reason. So,
yeah.
yeah,
And this,
tolerance also, I think as a devotees, we have to increase the tolerances and
exactly.
all. Yeah, and
Yeah,
as you clearly, nicely explained, okay, rather than like even Amok Prabhu also said, okay, if someone is coming and saying something, even though that is our personal things, just a big smile and walking away and go and do the chanting rather than telling them to correct them or anything. I think that is the best option. Yeah. Thank you, Amok Prabhu. Thank you, Jaivir Mataji, Induleka Mataji. Thanks, Pawan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
and also Krishna knows that you're gonna ask this question today. That's why he did that Leela with me, so that I can give that example here.
True, Prabhu.
You see
True.
that this happened for another reason as well. Did you see that?
Yeah, true, Prabhu, 100%, completely. Yeah, his
Sorry.
plans are completely different. Today, literally, I sent a message to Amok Prabhu also. I may not able to join the session. Even when I was speaking with you, I may not able to join the session. But somewhere in the heart, it is saying, okay, your birthday, but you are missing the session. That bit of guiltiness is there. So somehow, as a miracle, we completed and we landed at the house at 8:35. So I said, okay, I need to rush and I need to attend the class. So yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Mm.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. And that is okay. So we are 54 past 9. Thank you so much for kindly sharing all these points, Prabhuji. Very nice. Okay, can we move to Narasimha prayers? Okay. Can I request Induleka Mataji to lead if Narasimha prayers, if Mataji is available?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, did you say me?
Yes, Mataji. Narasimha prayers.
Thank you. ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णु ज्वालन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नारसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् श्रीनरसिंह जय नरसिंह जय जय श्रीनरसिंह प्रह्लादे स जय पद्मा मुख पद्मभृङ्गम्. Is anyone going to follow?
Rajalakshmi Mataji's birthday, right? So let her give this opportunity today as evening as well. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Mataji, are you okay to follow?
yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, please. Thank you. Yeah.
You want to lead, Mataji?
I am
No,
happy
you
to
can
follow
follow.
Mataji. Yeah, I'm happy to follow Mataji.
Okay. Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Praladadayine
Prahladadayine
Hiranyakashi Purvakshaha
Hiranyakasi Purvakshaha
Shilatankanakalaye
Shilatanka Nakalaye
Do Narasimho Parato Narasimho
Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narasimho
Yato Yami Tato Narsimho
Bahira Narasimho Hirdaye Narasimho
Bahir Narsimho Hrudaye Narsimho
Narasimhamadhim Sharanam Prapadye
Narisimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye
Tavakara Kamalavare Madhubhuta Shrigam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhrigam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare
Tavakara Kamala Varenakam Adbhuta Sringa Dalita Hiranyakasipu Tanubringam Kesavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare, Jaya Jagadish Hare.
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपः जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवद्रीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह
जय नर हरि जय नर हरि जय नर हरि जय नर हरि
जय नार हरि जय नार हरि जय नार हरि जय नार हरि
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव
निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
श्री नरसिम्हा भगवान की
जय
श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिम्हा भगवान की
जय
जय
प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय
श्री गुरु महाराज की
जय
निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी
Hari Hari
हरि हरि
Bol.
बोल
हरि बोल
हरे कृष्णा थैंक
Hare
यू
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Vaishnavananda ki
Can we all
jai.
do three loud Hari Bols to Jai Vaid Mataji, please?
Hare
हरि
Bol.
बोल हरि
Hari
बोल
Bol.
हरि
हरि
Hari
बोल
Bol.
वेल
Hari
डन जय
Bol.
माता जी
Thank you so much, Mataji.
And it is all because of you all. It's nothing to do with me. It's Prabhupada's purpose and because of you all. Association of devotees like Pawan Prabhuji and Prabhuji has always been saying. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Okay, we shall conclude for tonight and see you tomorrow morning for Japat, 5:30 a.m. Okay. Vancha
कल्पतरुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनन्तकोटि
अनंतकोटि
वैष्णववृन्द की
वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्रील
प्रभुपाद की
Jai.
जय
Hare Krishna
Let us say
conscious
good
eat everyone.
conscious
Wonderful
night,
Krishna
everyone.
conscious night everyone
Hare
Hare
Bol.
Krishna
गुड
Hare
नाइट
Krishna
हरे कृष्णा हैप्पी बर्थडे माता जी
Thank you so much Mataji Hare Krishna Mataji thank you